Hi, welcome to my video on finding the x-intercepts of an absolute value function. X-intercepts. The x-intercept is the point x, 0 on the xy axis. The graph intersects the x-axis. To find the x-intercept from an equation, let y equal 0 and solve for x. Remember, the y-intercept is the point 0y, where x equals 0. So an x-intercept is when y equals 0. And just to illustrate that, if you have, note, if I look at this, so this is the y-intercept here. So x is 0, y is whatever, it could be -1, -2. And notice the x-intercept is here and here. So if you do an x-intercept, then you have x, 0 right there. And over here you have another value of x. So if you call this x1, you can call this one x2. But x-intercepts is when y is 0. Y-intercepts when x is 0. So we're going to let y equals 0 in the equation. So I put y equals 0 in the equation. Now, I can flip the whole equation around and do this. Then I'm going to solve for the absolute value. 4 moved over to become a plus. And we do the negative on the x plus 2 equals 4. Or the positive on the x plus 2 equals 4. Negative x minus 2 when you multiply by -1 or change the signs. Negative x is 4 plus 2. Negative x is 6. Divide by -1. X equals -6. When you have a plus, nothing changes. Positive 1 times these two terms is the same. X equals 4 minus 2. X equals 2. So the x-intercept is -6, which is -6, 0, because we let y equal 0. And right here, the x-intercept is 2, so it's 2, 0. B, find the x-intercepts. So the x-intercepts is when you let y equals 0. 0 equals negative absolute value of x minus 3. And so that becomes, I'm just flipping it around. And we divide by -1. So x minus 3 equals 0. Absolute value. So we have a 0. So if we do the negative of equals 0, or we do the positive of x minus 3 equals 0, negative x plus 3 equals 0, negative x equals -3, x you divide by -1, x equals 3, and x minus 3 equals 0, x equals 3. Again, notice that the vertex is 3, 0. Automatically, the vertex lies on the x-axis, so the x-intercept is 3. So there's only one x-intercept because the vertex is on the x-intercept. It only crosses the x-axis once, and that's, and when I say crosses, intersects. So if we look at the graph, the vertex is 3, 0, which is right there. If you make that a 4, and it goes down, so it comes down like that, and it goes down. Why? Because it's negative, and so it only has one x-intercept, which is 3, 0. Okay. Practice means pause the video and work out the answers to each of your questions. Find the x-intercepts. We let y equals 0. So we put 0 in the place of y. I'm going to flip the equation around. And so the absolute value of x equals -2. And note, the absolute value of x is always positive, so there's no x-intercept. And just to explain that a little bit further, notice that the vertex of this equation, or this graph, is when x is 0, there's no number inside, so 0, when x is 0, y is 2. So what happens, just look at the graph, when x is 0, y is 2. Let's say that's 3, let's say it's right there. Because that's positive, it's going to move up, left and right, like this. And notice that it has, because the graph, because the vertex is 0, 2, and it opens upward, it has no x-intercept. And the absolute value of x is -2. We can't have it, again, indicating that there's no value of x to satisfy this equation, where y is equal to 0. And we're going to let y equal 0. 0 equals the absolute value of x minus 1 minus 3. And we flip the equation around. I like to just change the equation. I like to have the x on the left side. The absolute value of x minus 1 equals 3 when we move it over. The negative of x minus 1 equals 3. Or the positive of x minus 1 equals 3. Negative of x is negative x. Negative of -1 is +1. Remember, put a 1 there, you multiply by -1. Negative x is 3 minus 1. Negative x equals 2. Divided by -1. X equals -2. And so we have -2, 0 for when it's doing the negative of it, and positive of it. Minus 1 becomes +1. X equals 4. So that's 4, 0. So the x-intercepts are -2 and 4, or the ordered pairs is -2, 0, 4, 0. And find the x-intercepts of this absolute value equation, where the graph cuts the x-axis. We let y equals 0. Okay, put 0 in the place of y. Now, if I move this expression over here, it becomes a plus. And we divide by 2. Absolute value of x plus 2 equals 2. And make sure, yep, everything is okay. So the negative of x plus 2 equals 2. Or the positive of x plus 2 equals 2. Negative x minus 2 equals 2. Negative x equals 2 plus 2. Negative x equals 4. Divide by -1. X equals -4, which is the point -4, 0. X plus 2 equals 2. X equals 2 minus 2. Move the 2 over, becomes minus. X equals 0. So this x is 0. And again, y is 0. So the x-intercepts are -4 and 0, which is the ordered pairs of -4, 0, and 0, 0. So that's how we find the x-intercepts of when you are given an equation of an absolute value, by letting y equals 0 and solving it out. And if you like the video, click the like button, subscribe button. Visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com, to find more information about me, my videos, and the content. And that's the content on my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained. Thank you for viewing my video. Bye-bye.